I'm starting to record this Zoom video. So hello everyone. This call is the purpose of this call is really see how you can forward your team game in the world, and how to look outside of the box in terms of your critical actions, and how you want to complete that with them, and how you can have your game won by end of the quarter. And Greece is here already and excited to work with you guys and provide her amazing coaching. And I can see on a call we have a Murved, Agnes, Jonathan, and Shah and Raluca. And this is the offer to you guys who would like to work with Grace on your team game in the world.
And I just want to let people know, I do have 40 minutes. This is a 20-minute, 40 minutes if you want to stay, you can get additional coaching. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you for being generous.
Yep.
So please shout. First go, first go, first serve. Yep. Who would like to work on their team in the world? And
who's ready? Yeah, who's ready for a breakthrough?
Exactly.
You'll have to take your mute and show your face. It's even nicer, but you don't have to do that. But you do have to take off mute.
Jonathan, Shai.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. It's interesting, right? Like, we're in the communications curriculum, and this is an empowerment call that supposedly you got on in order to have games won, and somehow nobody is speaking. So who wants to tell me what that's about?
Hey, Shai here. I'm just I'm just walking on the street at the moment, so I'm just finding a quiet place before I begin my conversation.
Okay, fabulous. And have you got game in front of you?
Have I got my
the game?
Yeah.
Unfolded game. You've got that.
So did I get it, Shai? You would like to go with Grace, to work with Grace, but you are just needing a couple of seconds to find a good space for you to hide?
Yeah, so I'm just in Pret, but you know what? I'll just talk in Pret. It's fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure people won't be bothered.
You will inspire
around you. Lots of people are talking in Pret.
Yeah, sure. But they've actually bought something, and I haven't yet. So I might be out of integrity, but it's okay. I promise I will buy something.
You're allowed to munch.
Okay. So there was a request. Is there a request to read something or tell us or say something?
Yeah. So what is the possibility of your game in the world?
Okay. So the possibility of my game is creativity, self-expression, and joy.
Fantastic. Creativity, self-expression, and joy. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of the creativity, joy, and self-expression have been present as you've been playing the game, or not playing it? Scale of 1 to 10.
I'd say a 2.
2. All right. So first of all, no surprise, right?
Yes.
Possibility, game not moving forward, right? And what is your game designed to create? The outcome, condition, satisfaction, or what's the game about?
Sure. The outcome of my game is that the company is producing universally acclaimed comic books and is profitable. Is this the overall outcome, not my measurable results? Okay, great. So the company is producing universally acclaimed comic books and is profitable. Previously unknown writers and artists are working together, creating comic books, telling their stories and sharing their vision. The company has a lively office in London E1 where any comic book creator aspires to work. Readers are inspired, experience joy, and are an active part of a reader community.
Very good, thank you.
Fabulous. And what is the outcome?
The measurable results for quarter one, so my quarter one, is the company will have a writer and an artist. The company will have a set of projects and a timetable for the rest of the year. The company will have a website and active social media accounts.
Great. And does this company exist yet?
So it exists in as much as it's been registered with Companies House, and it has registered all its various social media handles.
Okay,
It
fantastic. We actually have a registered company. This is a brand new company. Now, what kind of team do you have in place?
I don't have anyone in place.
No team. And so you haven't enrolled anybody into your game. Do you know who you'd like to have on your team?
I don't know specific people. I have roles such as writers, artists, publishers, and say industry advisors.
Good. And I'm taking you had much of an enrollment conversations with anybody around this. And what were you planning on having as your compensation for these writers and artists, or where initially they're going to kind of volunteer?
Yeah. So my game is that, or the opportunity is that everyone involved, should they so choose, could become full-time artists and writers, and the company would make money, and then they would have full-time jobs as artists and writers.
Initially, they would join sort of volunteer or to help you with the business.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any background in industry, people you know in industry, or this just came from nothing?
Yeah, this just comes from my love of comics, and the idea came at the, sort of 2 weeks into team, just after the death of Stan Lee.
Fantastic. All right, so let's look at your outcomes one by one. Okay, first outcome.
Oh, sorry, could you say that? Let's look at
First I wanted to get a picture. So this is the picture I've gotten. Picture is you're starting something coming from nothing, which is wonderful, right? It's really exciting. Coming from absolutely nothing, except your love and passion, you're creating a new place. And that's really the intention here, right? That's the intent of a game in the world, is coming from nothing with just your love and passion, creating something.
Yeah.
And that is fun. That's fun, it's creative. And what was the third one? Fun, creativity, and?
Joy.
Joy, right, so it's quite joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, joy, creativity, and what was, I called it fun, but it was really joy.
Self-expression, yeah.
Self-expression. So, I mean, I already feel quite joyful and, and creative just having this conversation. But it is true, it's a joyful idea, right? And I'll tell you about comedy. So let's take a look at the first outcome, right? Let's just look one by one by the outcomes. Right now, basically, you haven't played the game, haven't been enrolling people in the possibility of joy, creativity, and fun, but that is your assignment from the class. So joy, yes. Creativity, and I don't know what the third one. I keep forgetting what the third one is.
Self-expression. Yeah.
Self-expression. So you've been enrolling people to joy, creativity, and self-expression, but you just go around every day and actually do your assignment from the classroom and enroll people in the possibility of joy, creativity, and expression. It doesn't say that you need to register them into your project. You need to enroll. And I'm getting a little bit of an echo, but I don't know why I'm getting it. Anybody have something that's causing the echo? You're on loudspeaker, shop.
No, I've got you on some AirPods,
Okay.
but otherwise the microphone's fairly directional.
Okay, good. So, what is the first outcome? Let's just go one by the outcomes to see how we are going to accomplish them.
Sure. So the first outcome of the quarter one is the company will have an artist and writer.
What does it mean have?
Great. So that means that actually someone like people actually on team and enrolled in and registered into the project. So
okay.
And what that looks like.
And that only says one.
Oh, sorry, yes.
One person, one art and writer, right?
One each, preferably, yeah. But I'm open to what comes up for me. What shows up.
So, how many conversations do you think you need to have in order one artist and one writer excited about possibility and say, yeah, I'm on board, I'll join? And it doesn't have to be somebody good either. It doesn't say one good writer, it just says a writer.
Well,
I mean,
do I need to revise that?
I mean, you could go to a school, right, where they teach kids, but young people, right, to be comic book artists and writers, and offer them an internship for free at your organization, for example.
Yeah.
Shai, I would like to contribute to you. I think, is he called Gael? Gael?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He is a writer, I think, and he has.
He's a copywriter.
So copywriter
Yeah,
is not writer; it's different.
I think they do. It's not that far apart. I think they review documents, perhaps more than create. But it's a good place. It's a good person to ask. Thank you. Definitely, anyone involved in writing and publishing, be worth asking and talking to Gal.
Yeah. So anybody involved in publishing, anybody who would be interested and involved in the project, I'm totally interested. I've written 3 comic books and I have them, and I've never distributed them. So that could work. I'm not an artist, but I do have 3 fantastic comic books. Anyway, so I'm enrollable, but it doesn't count because I'm on team. But
sure.
But yeah, so all you need to do is offer some sort of internship position. That's one possibility. Another possibility is talk to Gail. Other possibilities would there be for getting that outcome? I hope you're writing this down. What other options would you have for getting that outcome? Finding one writer and one artist. Where else could you do that?
Sure. So, whilst I've actually had conversations with friends who have, and some of them have actually known people who either are artists or are writers, and I've actually not followed up with them. So that's
personal
something else missing.
Right. That's a third option. What else?
Yep.
I'm trying to go quickly through the options, right? Because I want to be deliberate. Okay.
Sure.
So that's one option. What else?
So I've not. So I need to put it onto my personal social media to get to a wider audience. What I'm up, share my team game and what I'm up to, and ask people who they know and who they can put me in contact with. So using my network there. Another great suggestion that came from Rocky was to go to. I think you touched upon it, but actually go to art schools and especially get in touch with any societies that are based around comic books and that media, and also to go and find comic book communities, whether it's through comic book shops and or communities online, and get related with people who lead those communities, and once again make my requests in those communities.
Great. And all you need to have is one yes. So there's 5 or 6 different options for how you can find a yes for the particular thing. Is that doable now on February 15th?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I have it as when am I going to get?
I'm going to ask you a different question, right? If I wanted to do it, could I do it February 15th?
I would say yes. I'd say you could do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, what about Mervette? If Mervette wanted to do that between now and February 15th, could she do it?
No, she couldn't do it.
Why not?
I know. I just said no. There was no reason behind it.
Yeah. She could make enough. Do you think Mervette could make enough phone calls to do that? To get one person to say yes between now and February 15th.
Yeah. The possibility exists. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And who else on this call do you think might be able to make that many phone calls between now and February 15th?
Okay, let's see who's on.
Agnes can.
All right. So
Who can?
so far,
Agnes.
yeah.
Katarina
I definitely can. Yeah. And let's see, Jonathan just did that whole special evening, so I'm pretty sure he can. And Katrina seems to be on the phone for 7. So I feel like the only person who couldn't do that is you, Shai. You're special.
Okay. I am special.
You're the special person who's not capable of making many phone calls.
It could be. It
Right?
could be.
So you get that, you've got 6 different ways of looking at people, right?
Yeah.
And it's all completely accomplishable by one person, probably in a matter of 3 hours. Yeah? And you may have a conversation about time. May have a conversation about time, but it's something that's doable in a matter of 2 or 3 hours, no? Why not?
Experience. So
Have you ever asked people to do something
yes.
in a professional setting?
Not really, no.
What do you do for a living that you never ask anybody to do anything in your professional setting?
Well, I'm a freelance finance IT contractor, so people are asking me to do things. And then
How did you get those
you
customers? Why did you get all those clients?
well, I just tell an agency that I'm free, and then people are often calling me and asking me if I'm free, and I say, okay, yeah, I'm free, and that sounds interesting, and I go and do it.
How did you get to the agent?
They called me up when I was permanent, and asked me if I was interested. I said yeah, and they asked for my CV. I sent it in.
You really do have a charmed life, my friend.
I'm a very easygoing guy.
It's like, but so you know how you had that happen, right? We're all like on this call, like, oh my God, I wish an agency would call me out of the and offer me a job, and I would never have to look again for work, right? Okay, so you've never done this before. Okay, sure that you do ask your clients for things. In order to do your finances, I'll need you to do this and the other thing, and I'll need to talk to this other person who isn't somebody who you're on the phone with. Moment. So you have asked people for stuff.
I have.
Yeah. Are you single?
I am.
You are single. And do you ever go on dates?
I haven't. Not in the last year. Not in the last year.
Before that, you did.
Yeah, I was seeing someone. Yeah.
And did that happen by that they just showed up and asked you on a date, or did you have to ask them on a date?
You asked me on a date.
Oh my God, you live a life. Oh my Lord, have mercy. So what it is that you brought, okay, that these magical things come to you, but really, let's just talk about the power to create, right? This is the power to create we're talking about, okay?
Yeah.
So Elliot shared thing, right? For all of us probably have heard this thing that Elliot shares about the tickets to France. What I'm talking about? Maybe not know what I'm talking about. Tickets.
I don't know tickets to France.
I know, but you know,
I do know
he talked.
I don't know
the
ring.
story. You know?
Yeah, he talked about jewelry before that he's found, which is a crazy story.
The jewelry, exact jewelry, this piece of jewelry that was in the bathroom stall. Yeah. So what you've done, Shai, in your life is have the power to create around your profession, around your relationships, and you've just said it's going to happen. You know, I'm a guy. My profession is in demand, and the phone is going to ring. Something like that. That's how you are around that. And you may be doing things with your word, but that's how you're being around that. Okay. So if that's who you are, right? And now you're going around saying, oh, I can't possibly do that. I can't find this. Then that's what you created. You get that?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Right? So the minimum thing you could do, again, given that you live a charmed life and you have very developed power to create, is to clear out everything that the artist is going to run in a coffee shop tomorrow. Right? The artist is going to run into me in a coffee shop tomorrow. And then anything that isn't that, clear that out. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not a little bit woo-woo, but that's the life you live. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can see that I've not been responsible for creating or listening for the things that I want in a lot of parts of my life. So yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll take that on.
And also, Shai, my contribution is: are you just to have a look, and what are your requirements for these two people, to this artist and to the writer? Because it's, you know, there are so many, anyone is artist. I'm artist as well, by the way, and I'm working in insurance. So I don't know, have a look what kind of requirements you have for these artists, because if you really want to come to the game, artists are million people every time around you. And you can really request anyone. You can find artists in a lot of places. You can go to.
So you could, right, artists have
meetups for artists. Meetups, and you will immediately, you know, find so many artists. And also, a lot of people are not professional writers, but they are writers. Are you there?
So another measurable result for Q1 is the company will have to me as something conditional, like something to be work together with the artist and why missing.
So you could create a schedule with whatever you've got, and then you would have that outcome. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Here around their own games in the world that's relevant, because I don't want to go over 3:30 with, well, I'm going to go a little bit over 3:30, but people hearing that might be relevant to their own game before we go to the rest of the items. Mervet, Agnesi, Jonathan, what are you hearing?
It's Agnes here. So I can relate to Shai, because I pretty much have the same situation that before everything that happened, it just happened to me. But when you were distinguishing with Shai, I didn't realize that this is what I've been creating, or I have created previously. And it's just me not being responsible for how I listen to certain areas in my life, and yeah, creating from there. So it's just really taking on responsibility for, like you said, clearing everything what's in the way, and moving forward powerfully as I know myself to be.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Who else? What else? I hope you're getting something out of this call, because you've been on the call for 25 minutes or 30 minutes, getting something from the call. Yeah, nobody's getting anything. It's so unsuccessful.
Well, for me, what I've got is this is exactly, that's why you need to share the game with other people, because in your own world, you see all this drama and things how not possible. And actually, if you articulate and share with someone, people say like, yeah, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And it's really, sometimes it's just you are really completely limiting yourself that you can't do it, and actually you can. You just need to see that you can really do it. So that's what I'm getting. It's like everything I want to accomplish, I can accomplish. I just want to go for it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, sharing also, again, I just want to remind people that our assignment, roll somebody today. And if you just, the assignments are designed to have you games. They're not just like, oh, they gave me another assignment from the classroom. The assignment is integral to the games. Okay? Raluca, Jonathan, Mervet, getting anything from this conversation?
I can say something, Raluca here. So I would start
Yes.
from this definition of an artist. What exactly someone understand being an artist? Because it's more important to be in integrity, to be responsible, to be on time with everything, and in a relation with your work. It's very dangerous to consider yourself an artist. From my experience.
Well, yeah. Luca, but how relevant to your game in the world what you came to get from? I'm asking what you got for your game from this call, or whatever it is you came to get from this call.
Grace, I hear you with echo, and I can't understand what you asked.
My question was, what are you getting for yourself? Maybe someone else can create that.
What I get for myself from what? From my team game in the world, or from this
Yes.
discussion?
Yeah, from this, for your game in the world, not like your commentary on Shy's game, which is what you gave.
From my team game in the world, it's like another little heart attached of who I am right now, and it's like a dream, and it's in progress, and looks for me it's very important and gives me enthusiasm, energy, and a plan for action. And I had many breakdowns in this area because I was linked with UNESCO monuments here, and a lot of them are not more in this list of monuments. And yeah, I experienced I experienced breakdown, and the possibility to take action with calm, with a plan of unfolding actions, and to get out from my old paradigm drama.
I'm just going to say that's more of the same, Raluca. What you answered is where you are in your game in the world, which is great. And it's not from having listened to this call. Does that make sense?
No, I can't hear you. Sorry. What I got from my team game in the world?
Not at this time. We're having a call. In this call, you're supposed to be getting around the game, and that's not what you shared. You shared what I would call more of the same, and it's nothing wrong, but it will move you forward. Okay. So whoever is yeah, somebody will recreate this for you if you're not getting it up. But yeah, it's specific, right? What you got from the call. So maybe somebody can recreate this for Raluca later. Anybody else what you're getting from the call? All right, Shai, what else do we have a list of things that are outcomes? I see that the call's going to end in 6 minutes. Let's just see if we can wrap.
Sure. So my final outcome for as a measurable result for Q1 is the company will have a website and active social media accounts.
All right. So how hard is it to get a website?
Not hard. I've already bought the domain, so
all right. Cool.
So I just need to go and put a placeholder where I can be contacted and share what I'm up to and share my progress. So I guess the idea is to treat it as a blog initially before becoming a full-blown company website.
Or you can, use Wix or WordPress and, have a couple of pages up. So it's like you can accomplish your outcomes, right? Not the way you want, but you can accomplish them. You can all find people in the comic world who are totally, up for being part of this organization. It's a very world. There's a lot of people who wish they had a company in this area. Your outcomes are totally achievable. Okay.
Yeah.
And as the team game in the world accountable for next quarter, what you really accomplished this quarter, that this game has a team such that it's going to go on its own, that you won't be stuck, doing the things by yourself. So that's really the most important outcome you'll need to get, within the next couple of weeks. But it sounds like all these things are accomplishable. Not the way you envision them, but accomplishable outcomes. So
yeah,
there's two things I want to push about that for everybody around here, okay? And the first thing is how ridiculously vague these conditions of satisfaction are, okay?
Yeah.
So next quarter, none of you will be getting away with vague conditions of satisfaction that you achieve on your own, because Coral and I are going to be on your case. And the most important is really just keep enrolling people in this game. And for those of you who are just looking, look, as a team, there's something about playing full out and winning. Even if you don't get, you don't get this the way you want it, right? You'll at least have taught artists, you'll have enrolled enough people, possibility people will be expecting you to do this, right?
Yeah.
And that's really important. You'll have the world start to be, converging towards what you want to create. All right, so should I just say a little bit, you got what's next, and, we'll wrap it there.
Sure. So what I would have got is, I'm actually quite scared to play, and I'm actually playing scared. It's not like I'm not playing. I'm actually winning my game of not getting anything. And one of the best things I got from this conversation is that, yeah, I can actually play to have whatever I visualize and create, artists. And I really got, when asked by to visualize what it might look like, I really got that I'm creating a family, but it's going to be called a company. But it's like a family for artists and writers and myself. And the actions are wholly doable, and in fact, quite enjoyable. I like talking to other nerds and geeks and comic book people. So, this is just a great way to go and have fun, which wasn't a possibility, but I think you may have created it, Grace, by accident. Or not accident, I don't know. And guess what? I even like writing code. So a website is not really an issue either. So yeah, all of this is my self-expression. That's and there's I can give up anything else that's stopping me from taking actions inside that are truly my self-expression. So that's what I get.
Wow. Well, I don't think there's anything more to say to that other than thank you so much. And I hope everybody could see new aspects of games. And it's really, the program I'm using is create the possibility. I go to the possibility, then I go to the and then brainstorm as many possible that you could think of, you and some other people, hopefully, to achieve those outcomes. Quite a simple process.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. This Zoom is going to end soon. Thank you so much for your time and listening. And just go and play and show who you are in the world and contribute to the world and be unstoppable and do everything with the joy, flow, and fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katerina.
Take care.
Yeah.